Okay, you guys, one of these easy meals to put together. I like this meal on days you just really don't feel like cooking, because it literally doesn't take very long to put together. You just ground up some ground beef or ground turkey. I have 1 pound. I like to have these on hand. A lot of times they'll go on sale. Just keep a thing of potatoes on hand because they're good for breakfast too. So some Ore-Ida tater tots, or any kind of tater tots. Even those tater rounds are good too. When my husband first introduced me to this meal, he made it for me. This casserole. He used green beans and cream of mushroom soup. I have since taken it up a notch, and I like to add corn. And then I also started adding this cheese soup mixed in with all of this. I'm not going to do that today because me and cheese haven't been getting along lately. But tonight I want to add some beans. I want to add some onion. So I'm going to split this up. On my side it's going to be the beans and onions. On hubby's side I'm going to top his off with cheese. I will be back and show you how super easy this is to put together, and it is so delicious. Okay, you guys, so I have the meat already cooked, and I transferred it into the pot that I'm going to cook it in. And I have the cream of mushroom soup. I just added a little bit of water to it just to get it going, to help it stir. And I don't want it super thick. I'm gonna just dump in my green beans. They've already been drained. These are the French style, but you can use whatever. And the corn. And I'm going to mix that up. My meat's already seasoned. I could add a little more seasoning since I added those other ingredients, but it'll all get incorporated. It is stirred up really good. I hope you guys can see me. I'm gonna move these onions. I sauteed some onions separately because I'm gonna put mine in a separate dish. And I normally don't do this. I always just make it all together, but I just want onions. If you like onions, onions will really take this up a notch. And I am going to add just a little more salt and pepper. That's Creole seasoning that I use. And some pepper. And let's add a little more garlic. So now, since I'm going to separate this out, I probably can put hubby's in a smaller dish. I need, you know those ramekins that's single serving? That's what I need. That is what I need. Little piece of onion on that. So I'm going to set, that's hot. I am going to just take a little out for myself. And I'm actually going to eat more than hubby because I'll have some left over for lunch. And he usually on Fridays goes out to lunch with the people he works with. So yeah, I'm going to actually put that in a smaller thing. Okay, now that I have it separated, I can go ahead and add, this is just nacho cheese soup from Campbell's Soup. And I used to love doing this when I was eating it too, but hubby's going to get like a nacho cheese mixture. You can certainly skip that step. That just makes it yummy, more yummier. Okay, so that's his already set to go. And then for mine, because I want onions in mine today. So I sauteed up these onions. It's a lot of onions too. And I'm going to put them all in here, you guys. Because why not? And I'm going to add some black beans. Not using the whole can of black beans. Get that all mixed up. It's looking so delicious. That will be good just like that. So for hubbies, I'm going to add cheese. Shake, make sure it's level. And just cover it completely. An even layer of cheese. Finish off this bag. That was just a half a bag. If I was making a big casserole and I was going to eat this too, I would have used the whole bag. And then just top it off with the frozen, straight from the freezer, the frozen tater tots. And kind of make sure they're layered. So mine isn't going to get the cheese. I'm just going to go straight for the tater tots. And you want to make sure they're layered, but then you can just kind of pile them up too. Once they're all layered at the bottom. I'll add a little more on hubby. And this is plenty, even if we have somebody that stops over, which sometimes we do. Okay, so that is it. Pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes. So whatever, when you buy your bag of tater tots, whatever the cooking instructions is on the bag of tater tots is how long you cook your casserole for. Because everything is done. So 425 for 20 minutes. So that's what I will set my oven on here in a second. 425 for 20 minutes. Do y'all see that? That cheese. Mine look like, oh, I wish I had some cheese. That cheese is just bubbling. I'm gonna let that cool for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes before we dig in. No sides needed. The vegetables are in there. Just a one pot meal. So I'm just gonna place the top and just let those set up for a little bit. 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. Okay, I want to show you guys the consistency. What it looks like. This is hubby's. He's already eaten. I'm just gonna scoop some out on this plate and turn it over. And that's what it looks like. It almost looks like a shepherd pie type situation. This can be hubby's seconds because he's going to get seconds. Y'all see that? You can top it off with some hot sauce. That's what I do. But it really, you don't have to top it off with anything. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I will see you in my next one.